free, confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the Locker Room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the Locker Room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the Locker Room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the Locker Room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the Locker Room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the Locker Room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back into the Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my producer today and co-host Alex Berardis and my intern Erin Ewing. As we were in here on a Sunday. Good morning, Alex. How are you?
Good morning. I'm back in the studio.
Yeah, man. What were you on vacation last week?
Took a little trip. I took a trip probably at the worst time. There was
Yeah,
so much
right?
going on, and now doom and gloom from last
Well,
night.
you know what? We're going to get into that. It's not all doom and gloom for me. And Erin, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning.
No, we're a little upset. We're a little disappointed, but guess what? In the grand scheme of things, after the dust is all settled, I am super proud of this Philadelphia Flyers team. And frankly, I've talked to some people around that are in the know that this team really wasn't like they were a playoff. They made the playoffs. They had their backs against the wall. Remember, they went on that. Remember, we went to the Toronto Maple Leafs game in January, right? That's where I met you, Erin.
Right.
And from that moment on, they lost 8 games. They went on an 8-game losing streak. Then after the Olympics, they had a 3.8% chance of making the playoffs, and they did. So I'm proud of these guys. I think they overachieved, and the coaching job that Rick Tocchet did, phenomenal, Alex.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the fans showed all the love and appreciation that they had for the team.
I got chills up and down my back seeing the crowd giving them a standing ovation for a long period of time. That was super cool, man.
Yeah, after getting swept, too. Like, that's how you know these fans are really proud of this team.
Look,
and
there
what they
is
accomplished.
nothing better than hockey in the springtime when it's going to the rink when it's like 70 degrees out and sunny. That's super cool. We had it. We haven't had that really since 2018, really. Or it's been a while.
Yeah,
I mean, we had the bubble, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, and you know, now the players get to feel it too. Now they
got a taste.
Yeah, the city was orange for about a month, and it was great. It was a great time to be a sports fan in the city of Philadelphia. Can't thank the guys enough more, honestly. Look, we all knew going into that series, it was slim to none that we had.
The Hurricanes are potentially. They're probably going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Right.
They haven't lost the game.
They haven't lost the game, right? Brind'Amour is a former Flyer, but he's also he's got this team playing at a very, very high level. And if you think about it, the Flyers were they were in 3 of the 4 games. They only had one game where they lost 4-1, where they had no shot.
Yeah.
But like last night, they got outshot 40-17. We still had opportunities to score. Alex, they still had opportunities to put the puck in the net and the leap. And I talked to so I spoke with Jeff Harding, former Flyer. Said Schweiner, at least they were getting the opportunities. Yeah, they didn't have that many shots on goal, but they had opportunities to score. They just didn't bury it.
And wouldn't it be the guy that's gotten us this far all season long, Dan Vladar? I love this
Stood
guy.
On his head last night.
Deserves a statue, but wouldn't it be something that the season-ending goal might have been the weakest goal that I've seen all season.
Wow. It was for what, 5-minute 31-second mark of overtime right? Is it it was 5 minutes in, right?
Yeah, it was very quick.
It was
into
early,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, and you listen, I think the Flyers they played 4 or 5 rookies yesterday. Lachenko, Oliver Bonk, Barkey, Bump. Who else? Who else?
Martone, did you say?
Martone. 5 rookies. And they played the Hurricanes tough. By the way, Martone had a couple good golden opportunities and he didn't bury it. But he was getting his opportunities. Like, that's as long as you're getting your chances. Yeah, they didn't bury him, but I think the experience that they got, like they were, you saw Forster holding on to the puck, making a move. He didn't get rid of it as soon as he got on the stick. He held on to the puck like Talk and the coaching staff has emphasized. You got time to make some moves, and he did. He scored a goal.
Yeah, what I also liked last night, Bump, he was probably responsible for that goal that went in. He let the guy get in front of him, didn't defend. And then in the same period, he goes and he scores the goal for the Flyers.
Well, listen. I once again, I'm super proud of the Flyers. We got the highlights here in the studio. We got the TV on. I guess it's Sports Center, and you're watching. There was goalie interference. There was some banging. Like this team and the fan base, the Flyers had a great run, and it was a lot of fun. Are we disappointed that they got swept? Yeah, but at the end, after the dust settles, you just saw a tweet from Bill Meltzer, who I just reached out to. Hopefully, he gets back to me. But what did he say, Alex?
So it was
This is pretty eye popping.
So this is from Bill Meltzer on X
platform.
Thus will be confirmed or denied during exit interviews, but heard Tippett is dealing with a sport hernia. York played through a rib fracture, and Dvorak had a separated shoulder. So,
right.
They always
and
then
they lost Noah Cage. You
Yeah.
don't even know what's wrong with him.
They always say no one plays 100% in the playoffs.
Right.
And those are some pretty serious, gnarly injuries to be playing
they're
through.
pretty tough. All right, so we'll talk Flyers hockey. Of course, the Phillies. Does Donnie Baseball, did he make the right move with Alex Mound?
It feels like Joe Girardi all over again. Girardi gets
Like, are you
canned,
kidding
Topper
me?
comes in, team, resets, whole new ball club. Sorry, Topper packed your bags, and now Mattingly's got this team fired.
Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly tells Alec Boehm to get away. And the only reason he was able to do that because it's Don Mattingly. You know what I mean? Because he knows he played the game. He's a Hall of Fame baseball player, right? He knows the game. He knows the players. He says, get away from the game. I don't want you taking any swings. I don't want you touching a baseball. I don't want you just get away from the game. He comes back and hits 2 home runs. Of course, I didn't watch it because I'm locked into the Flyers last night. But we had that group text.
Yeah.
By the way, you didn't participate in the group text yesterday.
I was too locked into the game. I was too nervous.
But I said, what happened to Harper? And somebody said he had a migraine. I went, for real? Like, I've never had a migraine where it's been that debilitating. You guys apparently have.
Yeah, migraines are no joke. We were even saying it before the show. I don't understand how, I'm laying in bed, lights off, curtains closed.
Really?
I don't understand how you're playing in front of, however many thousand
So
people.
my father had
on.
what they called Horton headaches. Now I don't know what that is. My dad had, no.
What is
I
I've
wasn't.
never heard
I
of that.
wasn't alive at the time. My dad was in the Navy. Apparently, he had what they call Horton headaches, and they were debilitating headaches. I guess similar to a migraine. I've never had a headache that just completely. You said you even got sick from it, right?
Yeah,
you were
I threw up.
nauseous.
Yeah.
Right.
I get cluster headaches, which are like it's in your eye.
Really?
And it's like days on end, and it's horrible to deal with. But it sounded like Alec Boehm wasn't the only guy to take that advice because Trey Turner yesterday said he didn't swing the bat one time before the game, and he went 4 for 5.
Right, because the day before, yesterday we were ripping. He went 0 for 6.
And he said it in that pregame batting practice, he took around 350 swings. So something changed and something's working out for these Phillies. Aaron Nola, different story, but they're fighting right now. From where they were at, less than a month ago to where they're at now,
Right.
2 completely different spots.
Yeah, listen, the Phillies are 18-22 on the season. And while they had that 10-game losing streak, which they at least they stopped the bleeding, and you just got to win series, right? Tommy Greene always says it. And by the way, we'll be going on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene at 10:30. Brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com. Or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room. Get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Now, I stopped at Blitz's yesterday, and I got the orange juice. I had it this morning. It was delish. I'm all fired up. I also am caffeinated and activated with the kilowatt coffee. I'm fired up. Listen, I know, and today, the Sixers, we get the Sixers at 3:30 today, Alex?
Yes, 3:30.
They're probably going to get swept. I mean, Maxey's disappeared.
If we're going to get swept, can we at least do it in a Philadelphia sold-out crowd?
No, listen, we talked about this ad nauseum. I think that, for me, seeing this as an older guy who's been around the Philadelphia sports scene for a while, I've never seen anything like this. Now, it's because the tickets, Nikki Earnshaw, who went to the game 3, so he said it was a disgrace.
Oh, I'm going to call out.
It's the prices.
Yeah, I'm calling out Knick fans. You guys are too cheap to go to MSG and pay those prices. That's really what it comes down to. Now, whether that's MSG outpricing them or what, suck it up. Go to your home stadium and figure it out. Go root for your team. But no, you want to be too cheap and come to Philly and watch it. Well, shame on you.
Hey, man, it's
shame on us,
capitalism.
Shame on us,
at work. Capitalism, baby. Hey, listen, it's a free market. I'm more upset. I don't blame the Knicks fans. They're doing whatever they can.
Yeah.
I blame the Sixers fans for giving the tickets up for money. Anybody that can afford those first level seats probably doesn't really even need the money. But these Knicks fans are probably paying over and above market value because they really want those tickets. I mean, would you have Zoolander in the building? You had who was that?
Timothy Chalamet was there.
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan was there. Spike Lee. It was like Madison Square Garden South.
I don't understand when Joel Embiid's saying, "I got you." What, are you going to pay every single play? Like, come on.
Josh Harris should have. He should have.
Harris.
I would have. If I was the owner, I would have lumped up all those tickets and given them away to Philly.
He don't
Sixers
care
fans.
about the Sixers.
He doesn't care. That's the bottom line.
It's a joke.
All right, Sixers, Phillies, Flyers. We'll talk about it all today. We'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, and we're trying to locate Bill Meltzer. Maybe we get some insight on some of the Flyers' injuries. All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shore to Center City and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call at 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and my intern Erin Ewing right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers playoff basketball. It's Sixers Knicks Game 4. Later today on 97.3 ESPN. Listen as Tom McGinnis calls all the Sixers playoff action.
Here's Maxey on a drive to the right side, scoops it, stops it, shoots it, and scores it. It's up and good. Clutch field goal by Maxey. A sweeping crossover to create the space on the right wing on McBride.
The Sixers face the New York Knicks later today. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. on South Jersey's home for Sixers playoff basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hey, it's Dave Klemick, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver and founder of Klemick Performance Method. And you know me, I'm caffeinated, activated, and ready to go. Whether it's talking sports in the locker room, coaching athletes, or crushing a workout, I'm fueling up with Kilowatt Coffee, a mobile coffee experience delivering top-of-the-line, hot or cold coffees, lattes, and natural juices. Catch Kilowatt Coffee at 373 South Whitehorse Pike in Hamilton, right there in the Gino Pinto Plaza. Or give them a follow at Kilowatt Coffee on X, TikTok, and Instagram. Want to bring the energy to you? Book them for a private business event at 856-229-1780. That's Kilowatt Coffee.
Billy Schweim here. Pro Image Sports is back on the Ocean City Boardwalk and is now open for the 2026 season. Located between 8th and 9th Street, they carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, novelties from brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite pro team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
The ShopRite LPGA, powered by Wakefern, returns to the Jersey Shore May 29th through the 31st at Seaview Hotel and Golf Club in Galloway, New Jersey. Come see 144 of the world's best female professional golfers, including fan favorites and past champions Brooke Henderson and Anna Nordqvist, compete in the annual Shore Tradition. Daily, weekly grounds, and upgraded hospitality tickets are all available. Children 17 and under get in free, and ShopRite Price Plus card holders can download 2 free tickets. Visit ShopRiteLPGA.com. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back in the Stu studio. Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and my intern Erin Ewing here. We're here on a Sunday, May 10th, the day after the Flyers were eliminated. But we're not, listen, we wanted them to win, Erin and Alex. You know, we were pulling for the team. Rick Tocchet he and his coaching staff did a phenomenal job. But you know what? Let's celebrate it today because I think I would say the Flyers overachieved. Would you give me that? Would you agree with that statement,
Yeah,
Erin?
absolutely. They made the playoffs and they won a series. What more can you ask? Like, this is not an experienced cup contending
5
team
rookies in his starting lineup last night.
I mean, it's crazy.
Come on, man.
And it's great because now all these guys are getting experience.
By the way, Alex, you're clean shaven. I look so. Did you take off that playoff beard like I did? If you're watching, we're streaming on the X platform, YouTube, and Facebook, right? And look, I shaved off. I got my goatee going. It's got the goat.
So I went for the I went for the mustache. Both teams were down 0-2.
Yeah.
I said, maybe a catalyst of change, some might call it. I tried to take it upon myself. Now, hindsight, didn't do jack.
Well, that's all right. You're a team player.
I tried.
You're a team player.
Yeah.
All right, we just got a text message from Bill Meltzer, who writes for Flyers.nhl.com, and he's also he's the head of the Alumni Association. He does a lot of work with the alumni, Flyers alumni. We're going to talk with Bill Meltzer at 11:30. So you don't want to miss that. He's got some great insight. He's at every single practice. He knows the inner workings of the of this team, and he's very close with the organization. So we'll talk to Bill Meltzer at 11:30. Of course, Tommy Greene's coming up at 10:30. But I want to continue with the Flyers team. Like last night, I texted you in the group text. If Tyson Forster gets a goal, they got a great opportunity to win. He scores. Now, keep in mind, they only had 17 shots on goal. And, Alex, that's with an overtime session. Well, only 5 minutes into it, but still. Like, the Hurricanes had 40 shots on goal. But I said to you guys, if Tyson Forster scores, I think it's a great opportunity to win. Just didn't come to fruition. Alex Bump scores. Let's go ahead and play Forster's, if you can pull that up, play Forster's, the sound from Forster's goal.
Martone gets it ahead. Zegras curls on the wall. Back to the man coming late. Tyson Forster shoots. He scores! Tyson Forster wires one. His first goal of the playoffs. And the Flyers take the early lead in Game 4.
So I was feeling super good at that moment. I really was. You got Forster getting a goal, which he's been kept off the score sheet. I even interviewed him. Remember, we played the interview yesterday. Right. And he even said it. He's keeping a positive attitude. Even head coach Rick Tocchet said he's not costing us. Yeah, he hasn't scored, but he's a plus player.
Yeah, and I mean he was injured all season, so you kind of expected like his point production in the playoffs, like playing high tempo games, it's not going to be there. But like you said, he wasn't costing any goals for that.
No.
And I mean you would expect that if he scores, you got to think that someone else on the team is going to step up.
It could be
too.
contagious, right?
Right.
All right, then Alex Bump is the next guy to score, and like just listen to the crowd. I mean, I was jumping up and down. It was great.
Now taken away by Konechny. Got it in front. They score! Alex Bump puts it home. His second of the playoffs. What a play by Konechny on the forecheck, and the Flyers tie it with 14 minutes to play.
So at that point, I'm thinking, this is a great sign, man. They still got hope, because when it was 2-1, I was like, that's it, they're done. I got to be honest with you. But then when Alex Bump scores, man, I'm like right back in.
It was right, like as Aaron said, he was late on the back check on the Carolina Hurricanes goal. A shift or two later, he's right out there, right in the middle of the slot, buries it, and I'm very excited for Bump. Bump's one of the guys who I'm, for the future, very looking forward to seeing his development as a player.
All right, we're getting a bunch of messages from Leslie on the he's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And he wants to know, he says, I wonder if the Flyers are going to be in the Austin Matthews sweepstakes. They could use him. Yes, we could use him, but I was told by people in the know that would never, like they would never get rid of Matthews for Michkov. I was told that they're not really interested in Michkov.
Well, it wouldn't be. Well,
he got scratched last night. Second time he got scratched in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know about the scratch. The original scratching, 100% was on board for. Last night, I don't know about if I would have scratched Michkov. I'm fine playing Luchenko because you got to change something up.
You got to change something up.
I don't know if Michkov would have been the guy per se that I would have switched in.
There's a reason why he got scratched. I mean, he doesn't have great hockey IQ. Remember, we've talked to Talk several times, head coach of the Flyers. We've had him on the show, and he said he likes guys. He wants guys with good hockey IQ. Apparently, and then he's out of shape. He's not playing 200 feet hockey. I guess he's not picking up. Maybe it's because of the language barrier. I don't know, but he's not picking up what the coaching staff's putting down.
Well, I think the offensive IQ is there. It's the defense.
Well, he's got great skill, but he's not. I was told he doesn't have great hockey IQ.
I'm not out on Matvey until I at least need to see him put in the work that needs to be done this summer. Last summer, took it very lackadaisical. Didn't put in the work when needed to be done. And it showed throughout the whole entire season. Was out of shape. Like you said, it was taking dumb penalties because of his being out of shape. He needs to put in the work this summer. Hopefully it dials in for him, 2 years in the NHL, 2 years in America. Maybe it locks in for him. And then let's see what he has in year 3. If he doesn't have it this year,
so Michkov's a perfect, it's typical Philadelphia sports athlete who when he's got all this potential, when he plays here, he doesn't do anything. If they were to trade him, which Danny Briere said he's not going anywhere, but if they were, he's the kind of guy that would have in 2 years be incredible.
I mean,
he'd be like second in goals in the league or
You guys were talking about it yesterday, Jared McCain.
Right.
I mean, he was good in Philly when he got played. Nick Nurse just didn't know how to play him.
He didn't play him.
But what's the Sixers' biggest flaw right now? Depth scoring. What did Jared McCain bring? Depth scoring. Like, it's unreal that he is not on our team and he's going to win a championship this year.
All right, let's go ahead and play some sound from head coach Rick Tocchet before we conclude our Flyers talk for today, because we got to get into Sixers. We got to get coming up next. We're going to talk Phillies baseball, and then we'll talk 76ers in the second hour, and of course we'll go back to the Flyers at 11:30 with Bill Meltzer. But Rick Tocchet, I'm telling you, man, he did such. I am so proud of the effort. There were people, Alex Berardis, they were called for his head fire Tocchet in January, December.
Not this show.
Like what? No, not this show. Not this show.
Not this show.
And you know what? People say, "Oh, you're biased because you know Rick, you're a friend." No, if I didn't think that Rick Tocchet was the right coach for this team, I would have said it. Despite the fact that I'm personal friends with him, I would have said it.
You were friends with Joe Flacco, and you've been very critical of Flacco.
I was never really friends with him. He knows who I am. He's just a creep. He thinks he's great.
Come on, Alex.
I had to get it.
He went to Audubon. Sorry, Erin. He went to Audubon. He was algae in the water, the green wave. I don't know who's worse, him or Mr. Met. We haven't heard from Mr. Met because the Mets stink. The Mets are in last place. You can't get any worse than the Mets. Like, if you look at the Mets are 15-24. Look at their payroll. By the way, speaking of payroll, speaking of payroll, can you imagine the Sixers? All that money they spent on Paul George, Joel Embiid, Maxey, and they get nothing. Maxey's disappeared in these playoffs.
It was very disappointing watching Maxey in Game 3, especially. It just seems like he always had that get me the ball,
yes,
especially in a crucial situation where the Sixers needed a bucket. He was giving the ball up to Grimes. He was not. There was many possessions. He didn't touch the ball once. There was one possession down late in the stretch. He hit a three, but it was after a full possession. Rebound got back to him, and he was just standing in the corner, and Embiid just gave it to him, and he shot the three, and he drilled it. It's like, Tyrese, this is your team now, especially when Embiid's either here or there. Definitely not 100%, let alone like 75%.
Right.
It's got to be Maxey's team. Maxey has to be aggressive, has to say, I'm putting this
Give me
team
the ball
on my back.
Right.
Get me the
He's
ball.
Not. We've talked about this numerous times that I don't think he can carry the Sixers on his back. Like, he's not the franchise player that people think he might be or could be. He's not.
Yeah, we've seen it all.
He's a great piece.
Long.
I mean, he's a great player. I love Maxey. I just don't think he can carry the team on his back.
I don't know if he's dealing with an injury or something, but it just hasn't been the same Tyrese Maxey that we've seen all season long.
Maybe he's injured. I don't know. All right, listen, real quick. Trevor Zegras, Porter Martone, Ritzelainen, Konechny, Drysdale, Dvorak,
Rizzo was
Couturier,
horrible. I'm gonna say it.
Couturier,
Rizzo was horrible.
Sanheim, York, Barkey, Glendening, Sealer, and Forster all played 10 games in the playoffs. They played all the games, right?
Yeah.
And 2 goals. Zegras and Martone, 2 goals.
It's tough for Martone because
Sanheim, 2 goals.
This is still his 20 games in maybe to his NHL career.
Yeah.
Just got done a full college schedule. It's hard for me, even though I was doing it admittedly, putting pressure on a guy like Porter Martone.
Yeah.
Because when you come out that hot and you start stepping into a top 6
Well, that's
forward
why
role,
we're not negative today.
Yeah.
We got swept. Yeah, we got our ass kicked by the Hurricanes. But guess what? It's not. I don't think it's as bad as the Sixers.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that.
At least Nick Delorier and Sean Walker, and Shane Gostisbehere, all former Flyers, going on to the Eastern
And
Conference
Eric
Finals.
Robinson, fun fact, he's from Belmar, New Jersey.
Is he really?
He couldn't catch a
He grew
break.
up right behind my house.
Get out!
Yeah, if they happen to win the Stanley Cup,
It
might
may be
be
in
coming
your
to
backyard.
Belmar. Yeah.
Locker room live from the Cup.
All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227.
Next up, La Scala's Fire Ocean Casino. When you're inside the Ocean Casino, you're already winning, especially at La Scala's Fire. It's your home away from home for handcrafted Italian classics, fresh seafood just like your grandma used to make, and their signature cocktails all steps away from the action. Dinner before the show, late night bites after a big win, La Scala's Fire delivers every time. That's La Scala's Fire, OceanCasino.com. Let's eat and get on down to the Brigantine La Scala's Beach House, which is open for the summer.
We love that, man. I can't wait to get down to the beach house. All right, on the other side, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and Erin Ewing right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill on Monday's show. Will the Flyers still be alive? What's the Sixer-Knicks series looking like? Plus the Phillies weekend against the Rockies. NFL games will start to leak out. Football at 4, Knicks Nuggets, all that and more. We'll talk to you Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein. If you're injured or if life takes an unexpected turn, you need a team that'll fight for you. At McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshach, and Davis, you'll get battle-tested trial lawyers with decades of experience standing up for justice. Whether it's personal injury, criminal defense, or complex civil litigation, when everything is on the line, you want attorneys with experience and a reputation as one of the most successful firms in the United States. Call McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshach, and Davis, 215-981-0999, or online at mpmpc.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com.
You've seen it on Facebook. Now see it for yourself at Bridgeton Auto Mall. Customers are raving about the no-pressure experience and great deals on new and quality pre-owned SUVs, sedans, and trucks, all priced to move. It's car buying the way it should be. Easy, honest, and built around you. Plus, their expert service team is there long after the sale to keep you on the road. Stop scrolling, start driving. Bridgeton Auto Mall. Sales, service, satisfaction. 808 North Pearl Street, Bridgeton, or drivebam.com.
Your You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Stu studio. Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and my intern Erin Ewing right here. And it's time to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches. They've got great hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarket.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the Locker Room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Let's go to the Barb's Harley-Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the Locker Room our good buddy, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Good morning, T.D. Greene.
Good morning, Billy. You sound awful good this morning.
Well, I got to tell you, Tommy. Listen, we were licking our wounds. We wanted the Flyers to win. They got swept by the Hurricanes. Probably a team that's going to come out of the Eastern Conference, represent us in the Stanley Cup, represent the Eastern Conference. So there's no shame in that. But this team is overachieved, and you know what? I'm not going to be doom and gloom. I'm going to be positive this morning. How about that, Tommy?
Hey, that away, Billy. You're turning over a new leaf, dude.
Hey, before we get started, Leslie, who's watching us on the YouTube channel, he wants to ask you your thoughts about Bobby Cox, who just passed away, and I know you knew him pretty well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got to play for Bobby. Obviously, he was my GM and then manager. To get to know him, obviously, I didn't get to know him like Smokes and all the rest of the guys did, play for him as long as he did. But I tell you, my tenure there with him, and there, it was well said by Smokes and everybody, that was on the TV this morning. They did a little piece on them on MLB.
Right.
To hear what they said, it's just, and you're sad to see him go, but Bobby lived a good life and a very fulfilling life. He was a baseball man through and through, and very good at what he did. And he was a great manager, and he held you accountable, and had things, but he also allowed you to have fun, and things. Like Glavine and all them said, allowed them to do different things. He wanted them to play golf on the road during the year, to get a break. To get a break from the mental grind, and stuff you have to. I mean, that's sort of what you have to do things to give yourself breaks, Billy, or you drive yourself nuts.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm glad that's a perfect segue to what I'm going to say next, because a lot of times we criticize what baseball managers do or what they don't do, but look at Don Mattingly. Only because he was a former player and a great one. He should be in Hall of Fame. I said he was a Hall of Fame player. In my book, he's a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
But he tells Alec Boehm, who's in a terrible slump, get away from baseball. I don't want you swinging a bat. I don't want you putting your glove on. I don't want you throwing a ball. I want you to just get away from the game. Comes back and hits 2 home runs.
Yeah. I mean, it's sometimes to check yourself out of a situation and quit that grind. If you can allow your mind to do that and just take a breather and a breath to help you relax, because tension kills.
Right.
Any athlete, it slows you down, and stuff, and to have that mental, that mental break can help you physically, have a better chance to succeed. Alec Boehm has got a lot going on in his life, and, so something like that is a good thing to see, and it's a good thing for Mattingly to, so to speak, notice and say, hey, you need to do this. That's what I'd like you to do, and it makes it okay.
And Tommy, not
without nobody knowing. Donnie said, "I want you to check out. I want you to get away from it."
Hey, Tommy, it's not that Topper is not like a baseball guy, but Don Mattingly played the game. You know what I mean? He played the game.
So did Topper. Topper just
in
the big league.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the big league level. Like for Donnie baseball to do that and then have Boehm get results like yesterday. And I know he's only batting 177, but listen, yesterday he hits 2 home runs. I mean, that's pretty perceptive for the manager to do that. I think it's only because he was a former player that he was able to do that.
Well, I think that too. Yeah, I mean, that's why everybody's different.
Right.
It's not just one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? Everybody goes about their job different ways, but it's a good thing that he noticed that, and because he sees him grinding and struggling, and sometimes you got to do it. It's a good thing to see that though, and you got to start somewhere. Yesterday was a great day for Bone.
Tommy, yesterday we mentioned it earlier in the show. Bryce Harper is dealing with the migraine. A few weeks ago, Andrew Painter is dealing with the migraine. Have you had to deal with anything of those kind of sorts on a game day to push through?
No, not as far as migraine is concerned and stuff like that. Just feeling bad, maybe be a little bit under the weather and stuff like that. Yeah, you have those days. Or obviously physically you're not right. I pitched a lot. I pitched a lot injured, so to speak, hurting. You didn't know what the issue was, but it wasn't bad enough for you to think. So everybody has their little ailments and stuff that happens. Nobody's perfect every day they go out there. I'd have to say if probably you started 30 games in the year, you probably feel your best probably 7 or 8 times, maybe.
Wow.
The rest of it is about surviving,
right.
and you end up throwing, say to speak, a little bit better because you're not trying to overdo. You're letting it happen rather less than forcing things because you don't feel as good.
Tommy, I want to ask you about Jesus Luzardo. Obviously, he was on the mound on Friday to that 9-7 loss against the Rockies. Right now, he's got a 5.98 ERA. We kind of see this pattern with him where, one moment he's dealing pitches, and then the next it's like he kind of goes off.
He's like inconsistent.
Right.
Yeah.
As a pitcher, what do you make of that situation, and how do you think he can fix this going forward?
Well, it's just a steady. That's what we do. That's what we're always trying to do as pitchers. The key to success is consistency in repeating things that you do well, and that's what he's trying to do. He's got to get back to that, And the way I look at things, I look at the pitching staff. I look at the stats a little bit, and I've always been the one. Okay, why are we last in baseball in starting pitching? I'm looking at that now. I say, okay, I look at innings pitched. By each guy, I said, okay, how many hits are they giving up? Is it above innings or below innings? So that means, the guys that are scuffling are giving, even though Lazar had pitched 43 innings, he's given up 49 hits. So he's got hits above innings. So things are magnified if you walk guys, and it all depends on the type of hits you're giving up. Are they long balls, or are they extra inning or extra base type doubles and stuff like that? You can get away with giving up singles a little bit more, but it's also sort of like Sanchez. Sanchez is he's giving up more hits than innings, but his tendency, he's a ground ball guy. He gets the double play ball. He's gotten out of trouble doing that throughout the day. He gives up a lot of hits, but he also strikes out a lot of guys. So, and that's the thing. It's consistency in what you do well, and that's what he's kind of scuffling with. He had a bad outing the other day, but he had the 2 previous ones. He said, he pitched through the ball really well. So it's there. If you ask me if he goes 2 out of 3 for the rest of the year pitching real well and wins those two ball games, going 2-1 for the rest of the year, that's not a bad record. That's not giving us a chance to win and do things. If everybody does that, we're winning. You know what I mean? So, and we're always trying to work on that consistency factor, tighten up the mechanics so we don't make those mistakes out over the plate all the time, and that's the key, when we've done better at it over the past couple weeks,
So the Flyers season ends last night. Seemingly the Sixers are heading down that same path. The focus is now going to finally go back to the Phillies.
Are going to get all the press.
Are the boys juiced about that? Are they looking for that?
That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. The boys have to be looking forward to that, no?
Yeah, oh yeah. Look at it. Look over the past 15 days. What's their record?
Right.
That's a positive thing. We can't live and die off every game. There's going to be that thing, but overall, they played pretty good baseball and gotten going in the right direction. That's a positive thing.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, as we do each and every Sunday throughout the baseball season. We go on the mound with Tommy, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Tommy, Aaron Nola, he's always given up. Like, the guy, his ERA is north of 5. It's 5.14, just like Luzardo. He's got an inflated ERA. But yeah. I don't. There's something about Aaron Nola. I mean, I like his demeanor. He's cool, calm, and collected. He's a professional. He's a pro's pro. But yet there's something missing about him. What is it? Like it's just inconsistency, or like what do you see with Aaron Nola? Because he's got great stuff, right? He's got good velocity still.
He's a cool hand Luke guy. You never see his emotions, which is great. He maintains that steady demeanor out there, which is you don't let things rattle you, But his thing, I think, over the years, just being an observer from staying back, is about the repeating of his mechanics. Because he does has more, so to speak, moving parts. And which makes him who he is. When he gets that thing going, and to me, he's getting a little bit of sink on that ball. It keeps him in the ballpark. When he makes a mistake, he tends to get the ground ball and it doesn't get the high fly ball. Which in that ballpark can be dangerous. So and that's what I see in him throughout the years. Right. When he's going well, he's not giving up that long ball all the time. You know what I mean? So he's worked some things out. He's thrown the ball better, of late, and so hopefully we can keep that trend going in the right direction. And quality outings is what you're looking for to give our offense a chance to do what they're doing, which is a little bit.
And of course, Sanchez is on the hill. He's 3-2 with a 2.42 ERA. He's the ace of the staff, I guess. I mean, Wheeler's back, but he's one A as far as ace goes. He's thinking about Sanchez. He can stop the bleeding, like stop a losing streak, or you know what I mean, like. Have that juggernaut.
That's the thing, Billy. Everybody's quick to put a number on guys, or number one, number two guys. It doesn't matter. You get going hot, anybody can be your number one guy. If they're going good, they can do the positive things. But the track record on these guys, obviously Wheeler's done it for a long time. Hey, I want to leave him alone. Let him keep building. He's getting better as he goes right now, and. Obviously, Sanchez has been a great asset early in the season to give us some the outings he has so far and keep us in ball games, gives us a chance to win. He's just now we're starting to swing the bats a little bit better and do some positive things. So hopefully we can keep the positive trend going and win in ball games. Pitching, we just got to keep going to keep trying to improve on the consistency factor because the stuff's there. We've made progress, so to speak, pitching. The relievers have come down. They, like I said a while ago, we're last in starting pitching with ERA, total as a starting staff above 5, like 5.2 or something. But the relievers have gotten better, where their ERA is down to about 4 as a unit, and they've been pitching well of late. So that's what we want. We're getting everybody healthy, getting back, and that's what's we got a closer back and we got Wheeler back, so hopefully we can get guys trending in the right direction. It'd be great if Painter can get more consistency, giving up way too many hits, and his consistency's got to get better. So.
All right, Tommy Greene, it's Mother's Day, so you better tell Wendy we said Happy Mother's Day.
I will tell my love, definitely.
Hey, Tommy, as always, we appreciate you, man. We love your insight, and we'll talk to you again next Sunday.
You got it, Billy. Thanks for having me, man.
There he is, Tommy Greene. On the Mound with Tommy Greene is sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room. Get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine there. Tommy Greene was on the Barb's Harley-Davidson Sports Hotline. Hey, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title, they're there for you. With over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227.
Now, I want to tell you about the Jersey Man, Philly Man magazine. Just about everyone in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia Eagle Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract 200-plus top business people. If you've been interested in attending one of these events and see it as a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or call 856-912-4007.
All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and Erin Ewing right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers playoff basketball. It's Sixers-Knicks. Game 4. Later today on 97.3 ESPN. Listen as Tom McGinnis calls all the Sixers playoff action.
Here's Maxey on a drive to the right side, scoops it, stops it, shoots it, and scores it. It's up and good. Clutch field goal by Maxey. A sweeping crossover to create the space on the right wing on McBride.
The Sixers face the New York Knicks later today. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. on South Jersey's home for Sixers playoff basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the Locker Room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the Locker Room sent you.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, and our newest location right in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, plus The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
Dad, I still can't believe how nice our new bathroom looks.
That's right, AG. We were so embarrassed by the sight of our old rundown bathroom, we thought a new bathroom was impossible until Connor Slocum from Install America approached us.
Now with the new bathroom, it feels like a new home.
They also install windows, doors, siding, and more. The crew is professional, fast, and did it right the first time. Family owned for over 70 years. Call Install America for a free estimate and financing options at 1-866-670-5213. Thanks, Install America!
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
See Joe Coy live.
It feels good to laugh. That's why I tell people laugh. It's free. Not tonight. Not tonight, but tomorrow. Like to go laughing.
Friday, November 20th, Ovation Hall in Ocean Casino Resort. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Don't miss Joe Coy live. Friday, November 20th, Ovation Hall in Ocean Casino Resort.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Stu studio. Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis. And my intern, Erin Ewing, Mr. Met texted in, huh? So listen, ready for this? I drive by Playland yesterday looking for Mr. Met. Nowhere to be found. He's hiding. He usually calls the show when the Mets are, 15 and 23 or something?
The Mets stink.
They're in dead last place. They got the biggest payroll in baseball, one of them. And where is he? Where's Mr. Met?
I got a text, Mr. Met here, and then he follows that up with a guy wearing a paper bag over his face with the Mets crossed out over the forehead.
Listen, despite the fact that Mr. Met is a Mets fan, from here, I love Jeff Dowling. He's a great guy. I can't stand Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's a creep. He thinks he's got a big head. He thinks he's great enough to talk to people. You know what I mean? Especially from his hometown.
So New York's infiltrating the Sixers games. Now it seems like New York's infiltrating the locker room because we got Scott and AC here. What's up, boys and Aaron? Philly teams just suck, but we already knew that. Go Giants.
Oh, my God. He ought to have his head in a paper bag, that cat. The Giants stink.
We also got Dan in EHT.
We love Dan.
There's no way something is not physically wrong with Maxey. Come on. He's being too passive. And then
you think Maxey's hurt?
There's got to be something there.
You know, he's 8th in the league for minutes played. Maybe he's just worn down.
That's the other thing. Nurse doesn't give the guy a second to breathe because he can't.
He's logging a lot of minutes.
He can't, though. But Dan in EHT also says, no way does any team get a pass from being swept. Flyers and Sixers are way back on the 4 major sports list in Philadelphia once again. Phillies and Eagles Nation once again.
Yo, you know, so Nick said he went to the game the other night, and they did a moment of silence for Nick Nurse's brother, and the Knicks fans were chanting, "Let's go Knicks" or whatever.
Classless.
Classless. New York fans are losers. I don't know what's worse, a Knicks fan or Joe Flacco.
Come on.
Or the Bruins.
No, Joe Flacco's worse than the Bruins.
You're starting to sound like a broken record.
You're just sticking up for him because you went to Audubon.
Yeah, of course.
Green wave, algae in that water.
He's our guy.
You don't talk to colonies of people. You know what? That's what it is. He's probably his dad's still probably pissed that we smoked him my junior year. We beat them at their home field. We won the Colonial Conference.
His dad probably told him how you were hot dogging down the field, and he lost respect for you.
Steve Flacco called me at the 1 yard line.
Yeah,
I returned the ball 70 yards. I was getting ready to hot dog it in, and boom, I got drilled. I can't believe I didn't fumble.
See, there's a reason Billy's so good in this space. He's a showman. He was looking and played up to the fans. He's flipping his long hair that he had back in the day.
No, I didn't have a mullet then. That was post high school.
But you always looked good on the
How
sideline.
How about this goatee? What do you think of this goatee,
I like
man?
it.
We're on the X platform, the YouTube channel.
It's not as itchy?
And Facebook. No, because I hated that beard. It itched. It hurt.
But you're a team player.
It was like Brillo pad on my face.
Are you gonna keep the goatee? If the
We'll see. My daughter likes it. Eliza Grace likes it.
I like it.
Yeah, you like that? But it's all
not a
gray.
bad look.
Yeah, maybe I'll keep
Salt
it.
and pepper. It's
Yeah,
not
salt and
gray.
pepper. Salt and pepper. I'm not like. Look, I know. We're going to talk more Flyers hockey, but on the other side, we're really going to get into some Sixers talk. Do you think we'll talk to see if they're going to? You know what? I don't even care if they get swept.
Nah, it's
inevitable. Like it's inevitable. So let's happen now.
Yeah.
Nicky Earnshaw, his heart's broken.
We won't see Nick. We won't hear or see Nick for a few days.
Yeah, he's
Nicky knows.
He's not Nicky knows. He said he paid like over $200 for his ticket in nosebleeds, and there was all these Knicks fans.
You
and
could have sold him to a Knicks
lower
fan for
bowl.
double his profit.
It's a disgrace, man, that Josh Harris allows that to happen. Embiid, he says, don't sell you the tickets. Everybody show up. And then he doesn't even show up.
Nice Joe impression.
He had sunglasses on. All right. On the other side, we'll talk about the Sixers. And we'll talk with Bill Meltzer. All that coming up next. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Alex Berardis, and Erin Ewing right here. The 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the American League Central.
Big grab by Riley Greene. Holy cow.
Riley Greene leads the Detroit Tigers into Kauffman Stadium to face Bobby Witt Jr. and the Kansas City Royals.
Out toward left field, over the fence, Bobby Witt.
Your radio home of Sunday Night Baseball. 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 6:30.
With GMF financing, qualified buyers exclude strippers and Corvette excludes prior sales.
There's no need to wait for Bennett Chevrolet's Memorial Day sale. It's going on now, and you won't find deals like this anywhere else. Save up to 20% on your new Chevy because Bennett's selling new Chevys at true GM supplier employee pricing. Plus, you keep all the rebates, saving you as much as 20%. That's right, you pay the same price our employees pay, and you keep all the rebates. Let me ask you, where are you going to get a deal like this? Nowhere. No way, no how. Oh, did I mention saving more with Bennett's available 0% financing? And if you're looking for used, stop looking and come get a minimum $10,000 for your trade. You heard right. Bennett's giving a minimum $10,000 no matter what it looks like, even if it doesn't run. And our non-commissioned sales staff is paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Together, let's drive during Bennett Chevrolet's Memorial Day sale. Egg Harbor Township and BennettChevy.com.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connects to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Little moments become big memories at Sesame Place, Philadelphia. Giggle out loud on rolling rides and splashy water slides. Sing and dance at exciting shows and the Sesame Street Party Parade. Get hugs and high fives from everyone's favorite furry friends and enjoy exciting special events and activities all season long. It goes by fast, so make memories last. Now through May 31st, save up to 45% on tickets and season passes at sesameplace.com/Philadelphia.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back in the studio. Billy Schwein, Alex Berardis, and intern Erin Ewing on a Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Of course, moms are the glue, right? Moms are the best.
Of course, yeah.
Tell your mom I said Happy Mother's Day. You too, Alex.
I got it.
By the way, I think I saw your mom pop up on my Facebook thing. Is her name Valerie?
Indeed.
That's her. I wasn't sure if that was your mom. I'll hit her the friend. I didn't realize it was your mom. She looks young, dude.
Easy, Billy.
I mean, I shouldn't ask you how your mom.
Easy,
but,
Billy.
I didn't know if that was your mom. She
No, it
looks
is.
so
Yeah.
young. That's cool. Well, you live right behind my brother, and by the way, that's a funny story how you guys met. You guys met. Did you hear the story how they met?
How'd you guys meet?
Oh, you gotta love this story.
Yeah. Is that an on-air? Is that an on-air story?
Well, my brother's. Was it 3 years ago now?
4
years ago?
Yeah.
So 4 years ago. Now my brother's boys, Colin and Cody, just turned 19. Their birthday was on Friday.
Yeah.
And Elijah Grace and I took them out to lunch yesterday to celebrate their birthday. But 4 years ago, they were in high school, and you had just come home from college. And
it was my first time. It was my first time fully living there because we moved.
Yeah, because you're right.
We moved into the house my freshman year of college, and this was like coming home for freshman summer break.
Now, where my brother lives, my brother lives on 7th and Moore. These houses are like right up against each other. There's no property. So my brother has like a 3-story house. So if you're looking straight, you can look out the boy's bedroom and look straight down. He's got a jacuzzi in the back, like right. There's no privacy. I would never sit in a jacuzzi with somebody I know looking at me like that. You know what I mean? What's some privacy? Well, apparently the boys it was a spring day because you got out of school and the windows are all open and these guys, you have girls with you and I guess in the jacuzzi, right? They're hanging out, they're making a lot of noise. So my brother's wife is a light sleeper. She can't Bobby, he sneezes, she wakes up. And apparently Bobby said, all right, keep the noise down. And then he said, the boys are asleep. They're getting ready to go to school. They had their I guess, tests and final exams or whatever. Keep the noise down. Apparently you guys got heated, right?
Well, it was just the fact that Billy and Bobby.
Yeah.
It was just 0 to 100. It wasn't like a, hey.
Well, apparently he said to you guys a couple times at 10 o'clock, keep it down.
That is not true whatsoever.
Well, that's what he told me. No, he said, all right, so this is the story I got. He told those guys to keep the noise down. They did, and he went out again. Then finally, he blew his top, right?
He blew his top off rip.
You said that was. But your dad comes out, and he's looking at my brother, and hears his voice. He goes, "Wait, are you on the radio?"
Yeah. He thought Bobby was Billy.
Right, we're twins.
My God.
Right, but wait a minute. So then, I never met Alex. Bobby told me this, but not right away. And all of a sudden, Alex gets hired here, and Bobby goes, "Wait a minute, he lives behind us," and that's how you guys met.
Oh, we're great now.
Yeah, I know. Bobby said, "I said,
rough start,
well, what I tell you, I said, do not let that."
Well, it was funny
interfere with our relationship here in the locker room.
It got brought up maybe my 4th or 5th show here.
Bobby knew it. I didn't know it.
Yeah, so I was kind of wondering how long is this gonna go before it gets addressed, and then I come in one morning and Billy goes, "Well, we got an elephant to address." But love Bobby. Love
we're good. And you look, Alex. He gets hired. He gets hired here in the locker room, and then PJ Courtney, you went to 5 games, right off the bat.
The Midas touch of the locker room.
So we've had a lot of fun. We love and enjoy the locker room here on Sundays with Alex and Erin. And now let's talk about the Sixers because the elephant in the room is they're probably going to get eliminated too. And you know what? So be it. And like Tyrese, we were talking about Tyrese Maxey. And he's just not playing. He's got to be hurt. I would assume that he has a broken finger. Would you?
It's
we
something
don't know.
with there on his shooting hand. Yeah.
Because in 3 games against the Knicks, he's averaging 18 points on 14 shots per game. During the season, he averaged 28.3 points, which was ranked 5th in the NBA, and he averaged 21 shots, which was ranked 3rd per game. His average has come down 10 points.
I always expect when Embiid is not playing, Maxey, it's easier for him to play because he can run that more fast-paced offense, transition offense. When Embiid's on the floor, you got to wait for the slug to get up the court. So when Embiid's out, Maxey and Edgecombe can kind of play that young run-and-gun type of ball. Now, if he's hurt, that's a completely different story.
Right, if he's hurt, he gets a pass. But you said, Alex, even with the Flyers, this is playoff time. Everybody's banged up. Look at. I'm sure if we ask Tommy Greene next Sunday, when you get to the playoffs in baseball after a long baseball season, guys are banged up.
He said 7 starts, maybe.
Yes.
He's feeling good.
7 starts. If he gets 20 starts a year or 25 starts, it's actually they probably even get more than that. Probably get 30 starts.
Either way, yeah. And
he said he's only had 7 where he's feeling great. That's not a good ratio.
I also got a bone to pick here with Paul George. What's up with this first quarter shooting the lights out and then
15 points,
and then after that, zilch, PG? What are we doing here? I don't know what it's the old age. I don't know what it is, but why are you on fire? Can't miss a shot, and then you can't hit the broadside of a barn. after the first quarter.
You know what the worst part about this whole thing is? The Sixers are locked in with these guys for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Like Nicky Urschel believes that Daryl Morey will be in the NBA Hall of Fame. And his philosophy the reasoning for that is that everybody gets into the NBA Hall of Fame. I get that. He doesn't deserve to be. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't. The way I see it, for you to be able to be in the Hall of Fame, like when I said Donnie Mattingly is a Hall of Fame baseball player, he's not actually in the Hall of Fame, but he's got what 9 Gold Gloves,
and an AL MVP,
All-Star. How many championships did he win? World Series. He won 1 or 2 World Series.
Right? He's got the stats to back it up.
I'm sure I bet you. Look, baseball is a game of failure. We all get it. But Don Mattingly, what's his average?
He's gotten 0 World Series as a player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
I thought he won a World Series.
I don't know.
He's been in a few. I know that.
If you get 9 Gold Gloves plus
MVP,
and an MVP, that's
what's his career? Look up his career.
Let me see.
I'm going to say he was a 2.7.
He was a 3-time Silver Slugger, a 307 batting average.
Career.
1,099 RBIs.
Wow.
1,007 runs.
How does he not make the Hall of Fame? Just for the decision with Alec Boehm, he should make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Seriously, we always chastise, we say, what sport do managers have the least effect on the team? And I used to say hockey. What's a hockey coach do? During the game, if you're home, you get the last change lines. But other than that, you're baseball. Well, what is they don't have everybody. They have a DH, so they don't have to make any strategic moves anymore.
Yeah, you set the lineups and then a defensive sub here and there, and then knowing when to go to the bullpen.
You're more of a psychologist.
You just hope for the best,
right? But look, what Donnie Baseball did for Alec Boehm. I don't. All right, so Boehm's batting 177. He went 3 for 4 yesterday with 2 homers because Donnie Baseball sat him down. He said, "Get away from the game. I don't want you don't even look at a baseball. Don't pick up your glove. Don't pick up a bat. Don't do anything."
I think he just looked more relaxed yesterday, too. I think he got to the point where he was overthinking it and trying too hard, maybe gripping onto the bat a little too tight. Yesterday, he just looked relaxed.
But do you think Topper would have done that? You think Robbie Thompson would have done that? Rob Thompson? I don't think so.
I just think the message got stale for Topper because Topper's that – it's all going to figure itself out. We're all going to be fine. After 4 years of that, and we haven't won a World Series, it's like, Topper, I don't care what you say anymore. That's what I think happened. A new voice in there, a veteran.
So let me ask you this question then. Nick Nurse, is he back? Because I don't think Nick Nurse has really done that.
I don't think he's done that great.
In all fairness to Nick Nurse, he hasn't really had a full complement of players. I mean, he's always Paul George missed the last 2 months of the season. Joel Embiid's missed more games than he's played. You know what I mean? His lineups, he hasn't had a team in place. He's always had to make decisions on the fly, basically.
Yeah, and
I don't fault him for that. But at the end of the day, he still hasn't done he's like Jared McCain.
McCain, yeah,
he didn't play him.
That was going to be my point. I think he fumbled the McCain situation. Now, like you said, granted though, I don't think he's had the best supporting cast to help him out. He's got Adem Bona, Quentin Grimes, and Dominic Barlow's getting minutes down in the playoffs for his depth. I mean, they're playing with a 6 or 7 man rotation.
Right.
He's not really having much to work with. Your perennial, once-in-a-generation type player in Joel Embiid is 50% of the time not even there, so you can't even fault him on that. A rookie in Edgecombe. Paul George is a bag of bones starting to be. Maxey was your only sure thing, and I just don't know if you can blame Nick Nurse, but it's kind of like how it was with Topper. You can't blame Topper, but something's got to change.
All right, well, here's, by the way, Marcus Hayes writes in the Inquirer today, Maxey has disappeared thanks to 2 ex-Wildcats. And what he goes on to say is, at 6'6", Bridges has a 4-inch height advantage with a 7.1 wingspan. He's too big for him. Maxey's the small guy.
That's a freak.
He's a freak.
There. I do like the adjustment, though, that Nurse put Paul George on Karl Anthony Towns because Cat was killing us.
Right.
He really was.
Right.
And we had no answers for it, but we made the adjustment. But then on the other side, when Cat has 3 fouls going into that third quarter, have Maxey drive the lane. Have Maxey drive the lane, force some contact in the paint. Maybe he gets a fourth or fifth foul, and then it's a different game. But maybe that's, again, Maxey's hurt, doesn't have the confidence in himself to do it. I don't know what's going on. I'm just ready for it. I'm just ready for today to be a loss.
So you just want this thing? Let's. Just
I don't want it. I don't want it to be over.
But they're down 3-0. They're not coming back. No team has ever come back down 3-0 in the second round of the NBA playoffs. No. Never.
I mean,
at least in the NHL, it was 2% chance for the Flyers.
Flyers did it before,
right? They're one of the only 5 teams I think that did it.
And
I think it's 4.
4.
It's gonna be it's gonna be the MSG of the East tonight.
Right. For over 83 years, a Circle Liquor Store. Oh, that. No. Listen, if I see more Knicks colors and people, I'm going to turn it off.
Where's Mark Grimes at? Is he at these games?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call Grimes.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Call Grimes.
Yeah, what's he doing?
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It is a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is a proud sponsor of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call, 609-263-7422. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and Erin Ewing right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers playoff basketball. It's Sixers Knicks Game 4 later today on 97.3 ESPN. Listen as Tom McGinnis calls all the Sixers playoff action.
Here's Maxey on a drive to the right side, scoops it, stops it, shoots it, and scores it. It's up and good. Clutch field goal by Maxey. A sweeping crossover to create the space on the right wing on McBride.
The Sixers face the New York Knicks later today. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. on South Jersey's home for Sixers playoff basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hey, it's Mr. Negadelphia, PJ Corda. Let's get something straight. If you want art, go to a museum. Here is something I'm positive about. Kilowatt Coffee. No foam hearts, no flowers, no latte art, just signature drinks that actually work. We're talking bold cold brews, hotter iced lattes, real flavor, and zero nonsense. Find Kilowatt Coffee at 373 South Whitehorse Pike in Hamilton, New Jersey. Follow at Kilowatt Coffee on X, TikTok, and Instagram. Or bring the energy to your next event. Call 856-229-1780. Kilowatt Coffee, where quality drinks don't need a drawing.
Dad, I still can't believe how nice our new bathroom looks.
That's right, AG. We were so embarrassed by the sight of our old rundown bathroom, we thought a new bathroom was impossible until Connor Slocum from Install America approached us.
Now with the new bathroom, it feels like a new home.
They also install windows, doors, siding, and more. The crew was professional, fast, and did it right the first time. Family owned for over 70 years. Call Install America for a free estimate and financing options at 1-866-670-5213.
Thanks, Install America!
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Here he comes. Surprise! There's an avocado shortage! Now half your food truck menu is costing more than it's making you! Also, you're out of napkins!
Those aren't
cheap.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, an ice cream truck stole your parking spot. Looks like you're in a turf war.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
See Joe Coy live.
It feels good to laugh. That's why I tell people laugh. It's free. Not tonight. Not tonight, but tomorrow. Like to go laughing.
Friday, November 20th, Ovation Hall in Ocean Casino Resort. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Don't miss Joe Coy live. Friday, November 20th, Ovation Hall in Ocean Casino Resort.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back in the Stu studio. Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, Erin Ewing. May 10th, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, all the mothers that are out there. What are you doing for your mom today?
Oh, that's a good question.
Did you get your mom flowers or anything? What you get? Card? You get her a card? Erin Ewing,
Look,
come on.
I got to pick her up a little something on the way home. But we'll do something nice for her.
No, you know what? That's you're procrastinating.
That's
you're
what
a procrastinator. Are you a procrastinator?
Oh, I'm a huge procrastinator.
Yeah, but you're graduating from college early, aren't you?
Yeah, because I was good at procrastinating. I always got it done
I
no
love
matter
that
what.
answer. I love that answer.
She was good at procrastinating.
Always got it done right on time.
See, I learned not to procrastinate. It took me until my
I'm a
senior year.
procrastinator,
It
too.
took me until my senior year of college to not procrastinate as bad as I used to.
Did I tell you guys a story about my brother Bobby and I in school? I told you about our grade point average.
Oh, yeah.
The head coach brought both the offense and defense in this room. We got our midterms, and he was ripping the whole team. He goes, "My quarterback's damn dumb, blah 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 blah." And he goes, "And I got two guys on this team that are so gosh darn dumb that combined their grade point average doesn't even equal a 1." It was Bobby and
I don't know
I.
how you didn't get kicked out of school.
Well, we did, but we had to go back in front of the board and tell them why
Plead
they
your
should.
case?
Yeah, we had to plead our case in front of some professors. They had a couple, what do you call it, student council or whatever? I don't know. And we had to get dressed up in a suit. And I told them, I was influenced by the movie Animal House.
And they bought it.
All right, let me ask you a question, Alex Berardis.
Hit me.
Who are you more disappointed when the Sixers get eliminated today? I really shouldn't say that, but they are. I'm not going to. Let's not sugarcoat it.
Like who on the team?
No. So, who are you more disappointed with, the Sixers or the Flyers?
Sixers.
Okay.
Because Flyers, it was a fun ride.
Yeah, but you had no expectations for the Sixers. Like when they had to play the playing game, nobody thought, except for our Nicky Earnshaw. He's the only one that was believing in this team.
See, I thought we were going to lose to Boston in 6. We ended up winning that series. I thought we were actually going to win this series in 7.
Right.
So, it's just...
See, we had no expectations whatsoever with the Flyers.
Yeah.
So, and obviously our tempo, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Vibe.
Our vibe today is one of
appreciation.
Yes. Thank you, Alex. Appreciation for what the Flyers did, for what the team and the coaching staff did for the fans, and what the fans did because that standing ovation at the end was phenomenal. Even Rick Tocchet said that. I'll tell you what. Let's go play. Look for that cut of talking about the players and the fans. Go ahead.
When you hear the fans give an ovation to your players like that, what does it mean to you? And I don't know if you've spoken to the guys yet, but what do you think it meant to them?
I think it's amazing. I really wanted to thank the fans for that. That was awesome for them to cheer us and the go Flyers and stuff. That maybe it puts us on the map a little bit. I was just talking to Jonesy. He was saying, "Man, that was awesome to hear the fans cheer the guys on." So that's a good thing for the guys to understand this summer. We get this fans behind, and we get this organization back on the map, and we got a taste right now what it's going to take. But yeah, I'm really like to thank the fans for that. That was wonderful.
So I'm going to let you guys know that earlier in the season, I guess it was right during that losing streak, I talked to Toc, and he said, "Schweiner," he goes, "I don't remember the fans being so negative. Everybody saw." I said, "Toc," I said, "back when you played, you went to 2 Stanley Cups, but when you lost, you still got an opportunity. You still beat the heck out of you won you guys fought. So if you lost the game, you at least won the war. Now you can't even fight. So if you lose the game, there's nothing to cheer for. Like, in other words, you can kick somebody's rear end if you make them pay for the win. Do you know what I mean?
If you're going to go down swinging.
That's right. They can't even do that now. It's not part of the game.
Well, now they showed as much fight as they could.
Well, yeah, but it's not like when Talk played. When he first played, he went to the Stanley Cup Finals in '85 with the Flyers and '87 against the Edmonton Oilers. Probably one of the best teams ever in the NHL. Took them to Game 7 in '87, but the years afterwards, the Flyers were on a decline a little bit, but they still fought. Like, so if they lost the game, they can still make the opposing team pay for it.
Yeah, I'm fine with not us fighting. Like,
well, I'm an old schooler. I love
to
drop the gloves, eh?
As long as we don't just roll over and die on a loss.
See, that's what the Flyers never did. They never rolled over and died. There's been games that have been tough to. We'll ask Bill Meltzer. There's games where you're sitting in that press box. It is tough to sit there.
Yeah, the past few years really have been.
Nothing.
So, like, when Talk says that, he now understands, like, we just needed something to cheer for. It felt like we had absolutely nothing. It was going to be the same season for, what was this? It's 2020, so what, another 6 years?
Yeah, but it wasn't really 2018 when they went,
I'm just saying, so we had any sort of success.
Right.
Like, it's been a long time. We finally got it.
I don't consider the bubble getting that.
Yeah. The future's bright. I'm actually curious of what the fans want to say here listening. What are they looking for in this offseason going forward for the Flyers to do for next year?
Well, I told you I don't think there's much interest in I don't think the Leafs would be interested in trading for Matthews with Michkov. I don't think that would. Well, who knows? Crazier things have happened, but I was kind of told that's not something that we can look forward to.
Yeah, and what's disappointing is this isn't going to be a huge summer for like off-season moves. A lot of people already re-sign with their team, so
it has to be trade.
Isn't Kachuk a free agent?
No,
he's not a free agent.
If there's going to be a move to be made, a big splash, it has to be a trade.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of free agency this summer.
I thought there was free agent. I guess
it was coming into the year.
It was huge.
It was huge. Everybody signed their ticket. Kind of screwed us.
I know Connor McDavid did, right?
Well, that's the interesting one.
That's a weird thing.
Did he extend it?
So
he wants to get out of the Western Conference.
So he is under contract for Edmonton. He took significantly less money for this upcoming year and the year after that. But after hearing him and Leon Draisaitl talk about we are just an average team with high hopes, the organization as a whole took a step back.
Right.
If you're Edmonton and you're not in a playoff spot next year, do you look to move McDavid at next year's deadline? Because after these 2 years, he's gone if you don't win a cup. That's 100%, no doubt about it.
By the way, I don't know if you guys watched any of that Colorado game
last night.
Yeah, the Colorado lost like what 5-6-1.
Yeah,
I mean the Wild the Colorado Avalanche and the Hurricanes. I think are the two teams that'll probably play for the cup. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but Minnesota
put up a fight last night.
I mean, they got a great squad. Boldy, Hughes, Kaprizov,
Bobby Brink,
the nightmare Bobby Brink. Yeah, I mean, like Minnesota's not just a pushover team. They are going to come at you in waves. High-powered offense. Gustafsson in between the pipes. Like Minnesota's a great team. They just got a horrible second-round matchup where like Vegas is going up against Anaheim. Anaheim's playing.
Listen, where did Anaheim come from? Gautier's had a
because they rebuilt how I wish the Flyers really rebuilt. They were horrible for years.
Bad.
Then they get Gauthier, who gets 40 goals this year. He had 4 goals in the first round. This kid, Beckett Seneke, they took 3rd overall. Mason McTavish, Leo Carlson, they took higher. This kid's going to be the next Jack Eichel.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. Jackson Lacombe looks like he's a number 1 defenseman back there. Anaheim is.
I hate their uniforms, though.
I don't like.
You like the orange?
No, I hate them.
Because they're like, it's. Weren't they like a light blue and green or something?
Yeah, that was like the Mighty.
So
that was like
the Mighty Ducks.
I actually like their old.
I've been to that. By the way, I've been to a Ducks game in Anaheim.
Honda Center, isn't it called?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's Honda Center.
Matter of fact, I think Rick got me tickets when he.
I hate Anaheim just because of the whole Cutter Gauthier situation. And they got this other kid, Roger McQueen, coming up in the pipeline, who's another just 18-year-old center stud. Like Anaheim's, it makes me sick.
All right, on the other side, we're going to talk with Bill Meltzer, who writes for Flyers at NHL.com, and we'll pick his brain, ask him a few questions. I would be interesting to know about what he thinks about some of these injuries, because if it's true what you said earlier, everybody's banged up, but that's a little bit, over.
Hernias, fractured ribs, separated shoulder. Jesus.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is a proud sponsor of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver.
Next up, Lascala's Fire Ocean Casino. When you're inside the Ocean Casino, you're already winning, especially at Lascala's Fire. It's your home away from home for handcrafted Italian classics, fresh seafood just like your grandma used to make, and their signature cocktails all steps away from the action. Dinner before the show, late night bites after a big win, Lascala's Fire delivers every time. That's Lascala's Fire, OceanCasino.com. Let's eat and get on down to the Brigantine Lascala's Beach House, which is open for the summer.
All right, when we return, we'll talk with Bill Meltzer. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein, Alex Berardis, and Erin Ewing right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill on Monday's show. Will the Flyers still be alive? What's the Sixer-Knicks series looking like? Plus the Phillies weekend against the Rockies. NFL games will start to leak out. Football at 4, Knicks-Nuggets, all that and more. We'll talk to you Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Billy Schwein here. Pro Image Sports is back on the Ocean City Boardwalk and is now open for the 2026 season. Located between 8th and 9th Street, they carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, novelties from brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite pro team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 3 locations on the bay in Summers Point, at 43rd off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City, and our newest location right in the heart of Wildwood on Ocean Ave. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, plus The Point features live music at all 3 locations 7 days a week and is always family friendly. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them at dothepoint.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com.
Why keep searching? Your next vehicle is waiting at Bridgeton Auto Mall. Right now, take advantage of big savings on a huge selection of new and quality pre-owned SUVs, sedans, and trucks, all priced to move. At Bridgeton Auto Mall, there's no pressure, just a team that treats you like family and helps you find the right vehicle at the right price. And don't forget, our expert service department is here to keep your car running like new. Don't wait. Drive to Bridgeton Auto Mall today. Sales service satisfaction, 808 North Pearl Street, Bridgeton, or drivebam.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Stu studio. Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and the intern Erin Ewing here with us. It's Mother's Day, May 10th, and of course the Flyers were eliminated last night in Game 4. But you know what? We're not doom and gloom today because I'm really proud of this team. I'm proud of the organization and the fans. Really deserved what the Flyers gave him this year. And I think, you know what, after the dust settles, we can look back and we can build on this. And I thought today we saw a tweet at X platform by Bill Meltzer, who writes for the Flyers at NHL.com. Let's go to the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room. He covers the Flyers for NHL.com, Bill Meltzer. What's up, Billy?
Hey, Billy. Always a pleasure to talk to you, man.
Hey, Bill, before we get started, are you any relation to Al Meltzer?
I have been asked that all my life. Al was actually a family friend, but not a relative. Yeah.
And ready for this? So I got Alex Berardis. He's a young cat and freshly out of college. And then my intern, I said, "You guys know who Al Meltzer is?" And they looked at me like I had 10 heads.
Oh yeah, no. Older generation. Of course, he was a sports broadcasting legend.
He was a legend, right? Yeah, Channel 10, right? Wasn't it Channel 10?
Channel 10, yeah, Channel 10 for years and years and years.
All right, Billy, I really respect your opinion on stuff. You've been around the Flyers for a long, long time. You've seen the good and the bad. This is we came in today. Yesterday we played taps and we were all we were depressed. But after today, after the season that the Flyers gave us and after the effort they gave us, and then we saw your tweet this morning about some of the guys that are banged up. We're clapping. We're appreciative of what they did for us this year.
Oh, without a doubt. Listen, they 98-point season. Beat the Penguins in the first round, took a Stanley Cup contender, the best team in the East. I don't see either Buffalo or Montreal being able to handle Carolina either. They, took them to 2 overtimes, right? And in Game 3 of that series, really that first 36 minutes of anybody's game till that parade of penalties. So even though Carolina was clearly the better team in the series, it wasn't like the Flyers didn't push them.
No, I agree 100%. And you know what? Look, they had 5 rookies playing yesterday.
They had a couple guys making their playoff debuts, right? That's just a crazy number of young players on the team, and I think this is the beginning of an upcycle for the team where there are moves to make, but if you make the right moves, I think they could be in that mix for many, many years to come. This offseason, next season's important to take that next step, but I think they're close.
All right, Bill, we saw a tweet. What prompted me to contact you is we read a tweet that you put out about some of the injuries, some of the players are playing with pain. And, at this time of year, everybody's banged up. But it seems like what you tweeted, could you shed a little light on us, what you've learned and what you know?
Yeah, for sure. So, Owen Tippett was playing with a sports hernia.
Wow.
Had at the end of the season, was trying to deal with it in the Pittsburgh series. It was getting to the situation where he was at risk of making it worse if he played. Of course, you remember Michael Renberg from Legion of Doom. Rennie had a situation where he was trying to play through his sports hernia, and he ended up with 100% tear, tore clean off the bone. Okay. And Michael was never the same player again. Now the medicine is a lot better now than it was in 1996. but even with today's medicine, I don't think Jamie Benn's ever been the same player since he had the same injury. So they figure, okay, he would skate, he would kind of see how it went. Still was not feeling enough of himself to be able to play. So he'll deal with it this offseason, and and even if he gets a little late start in his training, he should be back to himself relatively early next season. Even if he maybe misses the very beginning, we'll see what
he's going to have surgery, right, Bill?
We'll see.
All right.
But I mean, usually with the degree of tear that he has, he'll probably need some kind of.
Because Bill, when I was in practice the other day, he was on the ice. He looked fine to me. I mean, he was like, you could see him stretching his leg out a little bit to the side, like lifting his leg up and moving it to the side. But obviously, they don't disclose what. Did you know what the problem was during the? Like they don't disclose that.
I had heard some things. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, but different. It's different skating around on the ice solo because he wasn't even in a full contact practice. That's a whole different animal than in game conditions especially. Right. He wasn't back to where he needed to be. Even that Pittsburgh series, if you go and watch games 5 and 6, watch Tippett's shift. He's falling down a lot. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the best skaters on the team, one of the best skaters in the league, and he couldn't keep his feet. Every time he'd go to plan, he would lose his edge and fall down because your core muscles that's your engine.
Oh
right
yeah, especially when you're skating. I mean, I played a lot of hockey, so your groin is very important. All right, what about Dvorak? Exactly. He's playing with a separated shoulder.
Separated shoulder.
Wow.
Yeah, that's had to and just kind of. I can numb it, I guess, as best as possible. He's kind of playing with one arm. Which is I mean, the craziest injury I ever saw. You remember Jason Smith, the Flyers captain for a year? He was playing with 2 separated shoulders in the playoffs, that's insane. But
how hockey players are.
Yeah, exactly. He's a hockey player, man. That's exactly.
And who else is banged up, Bill?
Cam York.
Has
a rib fracture.
Wow.
Bill,
you know what about Cam York? He had a great year. He's a good defenseman, but he's too small for defense, don't you think?
I don't know because his lower body's very strong, has a low center of gravity, and I'll tell you, he had a heck of a game 4 against Carolina. I think it was 8 block shots on the ice for both Flyers goal, none of Carolina's. So I thought he had a good season. Maybe not a great season, but a good season. Yep. And I thought he was very good in the postseason. Of course, he had the winning goal against Pittsburgh. So I think the Flyers' top 4 in D is very good. I mean, maybe in a future episode we could talk about moves this offseason. But, yeah, York was another banged-up guy. Obviously, Noah Cates was out for the series. That's either a foot or an ankle. Maybe we'll get some clarification on that. And Nikita Grabenkin missed the last 6 weeks of the season, all of the playoffs, too. So they had a number of injuries.
Yeah.
Bill, I don't want to harp on the series because I am trying to look for the future here.
Yeah, I think the future's bright.
But we did mention there was 5 rookies that played in last night's game. Jet Luchenko was one of them, who I was fine getting in the lineup, just try to change some things up. But was Matvei Michkov the right guy to sit on the bench for that game in place, or Luchenko in place of Michkov?
I think he was because, honestly, Meach had that great overtime in Game 2. He was the best player in the ice for the Flyers in Game 2. The constant refrain to Meach is, okay, move your feet, move your feet, move your feet. And I think they kind of butt heads a little bit where Meach is like, well, I have to play how I play, and talking the staff. And I also think the veterans on the team, too, to be honest, are well, you need to play the way that's effective in the playoffs because when you don't move your feet, you're too easy to take off the puck. And I think Meach kind of digs his heels in a little bit. So, and we saw that in the clinching game against the Penguins. We saw that, I said, in overtime in Game 2. He was not good at all in the playoffs, which was a big disappointment because he was the leading scorer down the stretch drive into the playoffs. But I think one of the biggest things, and I'm not just talking about coach player, I'm also talking about in the room with the leaders. There has to be a trust factor, and I think this offseason is crucial in terms of mending some fences and coming in ideal shape and making some adjustments. The more he resists some of those adjustments, the harder it will be for it to click in for them. They need to find a happy medium. I mean, it exists, and nothing succeeds like success, as they say. So I think that Meach has a good summer, good start to next season. They turn the page, and everything could be fine, because he was certainly good down the stretch, but he was not effective in that series or in the playoffs. So you're going to sit somebody. I think it made sense to sit him. I don't know about Luchenko coming in with 8 games of NHL experience, never a playoff game. I thought he was okay in Game 4. He wasn't a detriment, wasn't a help. Wasn't expecting him to make a huge impact. Again, he was okay. There's some question marks about Jed as well. But I didn't have a problem with the decision. You're in a do or die situation.
Hey, Bill, obviously the Flyers came into this playoffs with relatively inexperienced playoff players. Who are you the most impressed with after these 2 series?
Porter Marchand, among the youngest players on the team. Oh, for sure. Not only did he score the game-winning goals in games 1 and 2 of the Pittsburgh series, in that Carolina series, Game 1, the pace is overwhelming him. You could tell that, right? Game 2, he was a little bit better. Game 3, he was much better, and by Game 4, he was a threat to create a play, and not just because he had an assist, but he was just in the right place at the right time. He adjusted, and if Porter plays in the league 15, 18 years, however long, I hope he has a long, healthy career. He will never, he'll scarcely ever play an opponent in a postseason situation that plays faster than Carolina does, and he adjusted. It took him just a couple games to do that. The biggest stage you can play as a 19-year-old. So I was massively impressed with Porter, and I think he's just not even scratched the surface yet. He's going to be a tremendous NHL player for a long time.
Yeah, 10 games played. He had 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points. Plus, he was in +3, which is pretty impressive. Bill, look, the Flyers, I think they definitely overachieved. I think Rick Tocchet did an unbelievable job coaching this team, the coaching staff, and I think that I think the future's bright for this team.
I do too. They still need a true number 1 center or a reasonable facsimile of a number 1 center. That's they have centers and they're quality players, but I don't know, ultimately it'll be interesting to see what they do with Trevor Zegras this summer. They'll re-sign him.
Right.
For what kind of term? Do you have him on the wing? Do you have him in center? I don't really know where his best spot is, but he is obviously clearly a top 6 player, but they don't really have that real front end kind of center. That was a big difference in the Carolina series. In the Pittsburgh series too, Crosby wasn't right.
No,
I think he was banged up in the Olympics.
He's old too.
He's old too, but he didn't play old until the Olympics. He's still and Malkin is basically done.
Hey, Bill, let me ask you this real quick. Do you think Couturier is he coming back?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who's out there, Bill? Who's out there for the Flyers? Like, is it through a trade that they get a center, or maybe somebody in free agency? Who do you have on your list?
It's going to have to be a trade. There's a lot of talk around the team, and ultimately this comes down to the player. Okay, the Flyers have the pieces to make this trade. The question is, what does the player window? I'm talking about Austin Matthews.
Right. But I talk. I don't know.
The poorly kept secret is that Matthews is kind of unhappy in Toronto and would not be sorry to leave. The question is, does he ultimately want to end up long term in California? Since Phoenix, since the Coyotes aren't around anymore, some of those California teams, Anaheim, San Jose, right? I think San Jose would be a very good fit for him too. But if he'd be willing to play in the East, the Flyers he'd fit their needs perfectly in many ways, and he's a superstar caliber player. And again, they have the pieces in terms of picks, young players, whatever, to be able to make that kind of, plus the cap space to be able to do that.
I know in Toronto, obviously Toronto, they're probably going to go through a rebuild, to be honest with you. So maybe he wants to get out of there. All right, Bill, listen, we wish we had more time. I really appreciate you taking time out on Mother's Day to talk a little Flyers hockey, and I want to thank you for being I follow you around at the practice, and you're a great guy, and we appreciate you coming on today.
Always a pleasure, Billy. No problem at all.
All right, there he is, Bill Meltzer on the Barb's Harley-Davidson Sports Hotline. I wish we had more time, but it gives you a sense. I just don't think that the Flyers, that Matthews are going to be here. I don't know. I'd like to see him here, but he just flew to Europe for stem cell.
I don't even know if he's honestly going to leave Toronto. I still think
he's not coming back.
I still think them getting that first overall pick throws a wild scenario in there.
How did they get that? They were what are the odds of them getting that number?
5 spots. I mean, the Islanders the year before jumped up 10.
It's crazy. Vancouver, I think, finished with 50-something points. They're not even getting the second pick either. They're getting the third pick.
I mean, San Jose is scary. They're getting because this draft's interesting. There's 2 kids, Gavin McKenna from Penn State.
That's why you can't tank in hockey. You might not get NBA they had the lottery too, though.
Yeah, but the NBA just is trying to fix that. But I actually think the second overall pick is probably better this year because you let the first overall pick make the mistake, maybe, if that's even because I don't know if I'm 100% sold on McKenna. This Ivar Stenberg kid from Sweden looks like he's going to be legit. So it's kind of one of those spots where it's like, whoever you take, I'm just going to take the other guy, and I'm fine with that.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is a proud sponsor of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. Ask for Jason, Will, JM, Chet. They're great people.
Next up, Jersey Man, Philly Man magazine. Just about everyone in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia Eagle Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract 200-plus top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it as a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or call 856-912-4007.
All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Alex Berardis, and Erin Ewing right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers playoff basketball. It's Sixers-Knicks. Game 4. Later today on 97.3 ESPN. Listen as Tom McGinnis calls all the Sixers playoff action.
Here's Maxey on a drive to the right side, scoops it, stops it, shoots it, and scores it. It's up and good. Clutch field goal by Maxey. A sweeping crossover to create the space on the right wing on McBride.
The Sixers face the New York Knicks later today. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. on South Jersey's home for Sixers playoff basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number 1.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the Locker Room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the Locker Room sent you.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein. If you're injured or if life takes an unexpected turn, you need a team that'll fight for you. At McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshack, and Davis, you'll get battle-tested trial lawyers with decades of experience standing up for justice. Whether it's personal injury, criminal defense, or complex civil litigation, when everything is on the line, you want attorneys with experience and a reputation as one of the most successful firms in the United States. Call McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshack, and Davis, 215-981-0999, or online at mpmpc.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Getting ready to hit the water? Stop by Hands 2 Bait and Tackle, located just before the Cape May Bridge. Hands 2 Bait and Tackle is your one-stop shop for fishing and crabbing. From fresh bait like clams, bunker, and minnows to rods, reels, and apparel, they've got everything you need. Not sure what's biting? The Hands 2 crew will point you in the right direction with the latest local reports and expert advice. Whether you're chasing stripers or crabbing with the family, stop in or call 609-844-BAIT, B-A-I-T.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back in the studio. Billy Schwein, Alex Berardis, and Erin Ewing, the intern, in here. And guys, despite the fact that the Flyers were eliminated last night, we had a good show today, and the future looks bright, Erin.
Absolutely. That's the difference between the Flyers and the Sixers.
And that's a difference. So today we have, Alex, we have the Phillies at 135. Sanchez on the hill, right?
I believe so,
yep.
Yes.
And then we had the Sixers at 3:30. And you know what? I'm telling you this. If I turn that TV on, and by the way, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. But guess what? I guarantee that, the Philadelphia 76ers fans, they're don't get me started. I better watch myself. It's Mother's Day. So the Sixers are down 3-0. Everybody's selling their tickets because there's going to be tons of Knicks fans want to come down and celebrate, and unfortunately, they're gonna sweep the Sixers today.
It might be an empty house, to be honest, because
it's gonna be all Knicks
but do you
fans.
think it's still Mother's Day for Knicks fans? Do you think they're driving from New York all the way down?
It's not that far.
It's still far. It's still like a.
By the way, a lot of those Knicks fans, they're all moving out of the city because they can't afford the taxes, so they can save their money. They're moving out of the city, save their money. They buy Sixers tickets. Yeah. Because they can't afford to go to Madison Square Garden. These tickets are a lot cheaper from what Nicky Earnshaw told me.
Earnshaw, is he doing the game tonight?
Probably. He just, by the way, I texted him because I said I want him to get the fridge for me today. Todd Fedoruk. Mm-hmm. He said he couldn't because he was working. I said, was he big timing like Joe Flacco big times me?
Probably.
he said no, he was working. I said there's no excuse. Excuses are like you know what, everybody's got one. Nah, I'm only kidding. So I'll go home. It's a beautiful day outside. Treat your mom really well today. Erin, you go get your card. Don't be a procrastinator.
Well, yeah, no,
when you pick out a card, you read it too, or you just don't pick the first thing you see?
I don't really do cards.
You don't?
No, they're too expensive. I'd rather
Did you get your mother a card, Alex?
My mom's in Florida right now.
You're off the hook.
I'm still doing something nice.
My mother was the greatest mom ever. She passed away 1 month before her 103rd birthday a couple years ago.
Really?
Wow.
She was great. My mom was the best. And Bobby and I always had the cleanest uniforms. We always, they didn't make a lot of money, but we never went without. So they did a great job. We used to call her Mabesley, Mom's Mabesley.
She's the best just because she had to deal with and Bobby.
Hey, I want to thank Tommy Greene. We go on the mound each and every Sunday with Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City. I want to thank Bill Meltzer for hanging out with us at the last minute. Thank you to Alex Berardis, Erin Ewing. Happy Mother's Day, and thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with a Schweiner. I'll see you next week, everybody.
The preceding